Max.
Go.
Eagle. Go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps to cabin link check. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN. Putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm having enough issues. I'm not even going to try to play my video.
No?
Ain't going to happen. Ain't
That's
going to
okay.
happen.
During the whole beginning of the whole video, it just for
Oh,
me on
crap. Well, I'm afraid that might just be a thing because this computer is dirt slow.
That's all right. I'm going to apologize to all of our viewers tonight.
Me too.
I've got a 2-year-old and I've got a dog that won't. It's a day. It is a day. So, happy Monday.
Yes, it's me. It is me.
You sure?
Allow. Log on.
I can't right now. While you light up, I'm gonna go get the baby. Your foot.
Well, Ed. Hey, Lisa. Thank you for sharing, Ed. What I got going on is I am on my old laptop because the cat decided to walk on my keyboard on my new one. And there is some setting that has been adjusted somewhere to where I cannot get either my internal or external microphone to work. So I'm on my old laptop, which is dirt slow. And there's a huge gap between her conversation and my conversation. So we're probably going to be talking over each other left and right. And that drives me nuts. It's a wonderful day. Welcome to the Otter's Den. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear the baby?
I can't hear you.
What?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Can anybody hear me?
I can.
I don't believe this shit. I could hear you a minute ago.
Ed can hear us both.
Okay, Ed can hear us both.
This is going to be fun. So I can talk all the smack about Keith that I want. Who wants to start? I would like to take the comments.
Okay. I'm going to pop out and pop back in to see if that makes a difference. So I'll be right back. I'll have her entertain you for a moment. Yeah, bye-bye.
I don't know why today I find this so entertaining. It is just the way that the past couple of days have gone. Lisa, thank you. I appreciate that. Nope. Keith's about ready to leave. Everybody, if you can hear that, that is my grandson.
Cannot type tonight.
He is full of poop. He has been crazy, and I apologize. So, hi. I'm sorry. Hi. I don't know. What was that? So, I will be right back.
Sorry for the awkward radio silence here. Jan's going to close the window, try to pop back in. Maybe that will give me her audio. I don't know. All I know is I am frustrated right now. Hey, Adam, how you doing? I got the F-bomb. Hang on, let me grab it. And I got pop-ups all over the place on this computer. It's F-bomb. Will, hi, and welcome to another effed up edition of the Otters Den where nothing goes right. It just goes along with this weekend. I tell you, this weekend was rough. It was rough. Last Monday night, me and Joni, laid out the astrology. All the personal planets are passing by Pluto. There's this going on, that going on, and it's either going to go good for you or it's not going to go good for you. And I was hoping for a good weekend, and well, I mean, for the most part, it was, but it was really rough emotionally. A lot of old things, repeating cycles, right here in my face. Okay, let's deal with that. Had all this stuff I wanted to do. I got some of it done, but I had to take some time and just sit and contemplate what was being presented to me. And that's okay. I'm getting pretty good at that. But it just got frustrating. And then I went to Walmart. Normally, Walmart does not bother me. But by the time I got a basket, walked in and walked to the other side of the store, I was done. I was irate. I had to just park my cart and sit there and breathe, practice the pause, so that I did not word vomit on everybody in that store. People were cutting in front of me, walking in front of me, pushing their cart in front of me. They'd be in the correct lane, and I'm in the correct lane, like you drive on the street, the aisles kind of like the street. They just come right at me, and I just have to stop the cart and move it over so they go by. Oh, there she is. Hi.
Hi. I was waiting for you to see that I was in the back room, but I never came through.
I'm going to try popping out and back in. Let me let her know.
I can hear you. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, fat girl. So Keith was talking about Walmart.
Okay, I'm going to try popping out and back in. It might pop the entire show off. I don't know. I've never tried this before, but here we
We'll
go.
see.
If it shuts it down, I'll restart it, and hopefully that'll work. So see you in a minute.
So it looks like I'm staying on. Adam, I don't know. You know what? We were backstage and getting the show set up and everything. And all of a sudden, I can't hear Keith. I can't hear him on his computer. He restarted it. He started it again. Couldn't hear him. So he's like, let me get my backup laptop. So got the backup laptop, and now obviously we both can't be on at the same time. But he was talking about Walmart, and let me tell you, I avoid that place. The negativity, the craziness. I will only go there if Jesse's with me. Other than that, I do delivery. I can't do it. Hey, Mark. Yes, it is short. So tonight we were actually going to talk about negativity and how it affects us, and you know what we can do about it. So I don't know if anybody's other than Lisa and Mark have noticed, I cut 11 inches off of my hair. It was weighing me down. It was absolutely dreadful. It might be Adam, it might be the government. And I felt like it was draining me. And I had a really hard time doing it. My dad is negative, or I'm reading the comments. I'm not used to doing this by myself. So my dad's Native American. And he believes that hair holds energy, it holds memories. Hair is very sacred. We can take this back to, when we enlisted the Apaches and they used their hair.
I can hear you.
For tracking and using their senses. And once they joined the military, they had them cut their hair, cut their beards, and, all of that went away. They figured out it was the hair that helped. Hair is amazing, but it can also be negative.
Yes.
And I cried and I struggled with it. At least I get that because I wasn't brave enough to do it. I've had it for over 11 years. And it was time. That hair was with me when my son died. That hair was with me when my dad died. That hair was with me when I went through all my trauma. That hair was with me when I was sick. And it just had to go. I think my daughter cried more during my hair cutting process because she's never seen me with my hair short than I did. And then afterwards, I cried. But it wasn't I can't believe I did that. I regret it. It was a release. It was a release of all that negative energy and everything holding me back. It was free. I think that was the last thing.
I'm not laughing at you.
I know. I see Mark's comment. I have to agree with him too.
Go ahead.
But that negativity being gone, I just felt this relief. And now I can start all over again. I can grow it back out. And hopefully this time, with me being in a better spot, being healthier, taking care of myself better, being mentally better, it won't be so dead. I know hair is dead, but dead.
But it's still a cell. at one time it was a living cell. It can still record energy, just like crystal, quartz can record. You know, that's what they use in computer memory is quartz crystal. And I know you were talking about the natives and the length of their hair. You probably already said this, but they believed it was like their antenna to spirit. And I think you were touching on the code breakers in the war.
No, the Apaches.
Okay.
Apaches.
Okay. Well, when there were a lot of Native Americans that helped break Germany's code, they called them the code breakers. And they were awesome at it until they made them cut their hair, shave their hair. And then they had no more connection to spirit and they couldn't do nothing. So they bring in other ones and all of a sudden they could continue to break the code. So there is actually kind of scientific proof to that. People have always given me shit about my hair. Well, same thing. I cut about 5 inches off of in here. Myself, that's why it looks like it does. Yeah, in the mirror, it doesn't work too well. But same thing. It was just, it didn't feel right anymore. And I needed to change something. And I'm probably going to go into Brett Maxon at Maxon's in Blue Spring and have him just go through, cut about an inch off the back at least, get the dead ends off, and go from there. But it can make a hell of a difference.
It can, you know, with the Apaches, it affected their tracking abilities because it was very much so they use their senses. And that, you know, we think about it when we get goosebumps. That's the hair raising on us, right? That's our senses coming into play. It's a thing for Native Americans to not cut their hair until they're married. So for me, it took a lot of convincing to get my hair cut as a teenager. My daughter, everybody gives me hell. She's 8 years old or almost 8 years old. I have to start saying she's 8 now, or I'm going to mess up when she does turn 8 and she's going to get mad. But she's almost 8 years old and just had her first trim not that long ago. I just didn't, it's a belief for me. Hair is sacred. Hair
it can be, yeah, absolutely.
So she got just a little trim and they kind of framed up around her face, but she got less than an inch cut off. And it's just the parts that were tangling and that were not manageable anymore. Jesse stood there while it happened because I couldn't. It was really hard. So Daddy stayed over her and watched every movement. She was pretty excited. Usually when we go into the hair salon and I just get my trim or my eyebrows done, because Lord knows that I can't shape and pluck myself. This is not me. She would get a deep condition and she'd get her hair done, but never cut. So she was pretty excited, but now she doesn't want to cut it. But, you know, with my hair, I mean, I was talking to my son and I said, you know, and I might tear up a little bit. My daddy braided that hair. Yeah. My son braided that hair. Because not very many people are allowed to touch my hair and to braid my hair. That's another thing that's very sacred. You just can't come up to me and touch my hair. I'm very much so in a native mindset with that. My hair is my hair. It's sacred. I don't want your energy in my hair. So
plus it's sensitive. It does strange things that I'm not going to go into. So no, I don't let anybody run their fingers through my hair unless it's the barber. That I've conditioned myself. That's okay. But yeah, no, no. Unless I am with you. Because if you start doing that, don't quit. You're probably going to be with me. Just saying.
Renee, that's something. See, that's another Native American thing, and also a couple of other
Mm.
places around the world that you don't cut your hair unless you have a moment of grief, and then that allows the time for you are in mourning. It signals you are in mourning, and as it grows out, you should start coming out of mourning. Um, small interesting fact. That's how I get my kids to go to sleep. That's how I get the grandson to calm down. I run my fingers through his hair.
Yep.
That big old head with all that hair. It's so big. The head is in charge. And I've never done the whole crazy girl thing. Like, oh, I just went through a breakup and I'm going to cut my hair. Like, I refuse to be that girl. Like, I refuse to be that girl. Oh, I went through something traumatic. I got to change my hair. I'm not going to go run out and dye it. I'm not going to, in fact, I can't. Evelyn is 8. It's been 9 years since I've actually dyed my hair. Like,
It's quite a while.
I can't. It is soothing to
It
have
can
somebody
be, yeah.
the finger, especially a mother's touch.
Mm.
Is that what I want to say? I mean, I remember being a little girl and I can still feel my grandparents running their fingers through my hair to get me to go to sleep with my head on their
Yeah.
lap while they sat at the kitchen table and jaw jacked, with everybody at the table. Here I was curled up on a chair and my head in their lap, and they would just, and that's an easy way to calm somebody down too.
Yeah. My daughter laid her head on my lap, and I, play with her hair to get her to go to sleep. And to this day, she'll sit here and do this.
Osiris, when he goes to sleep, it's
Yeah. Yep.
and it's so cute because Jesse, I catch him, he does the same thing.
Does he really?
He takes it and he does the. I don't even think he notices that he does it, and I've caught Jacob doing it too, which is funny. Our oldest son, I've caught him doing the whole as he's falling asleep on the couch. He twists his hair.
That's cool.
It's just, yeah.
I don't play with my hair, but there are some nights to where things are coming in so hard, I have to actually put a block here. I have to literally put my hand over my forehead in order to get things to stop coming in.
Yep. I've done that. Or I've done the whole.
It'll just be faces rolling. There's 100 faces rolling out there, and one comes in and says something and gone. And I'm like, what? And then here's the next one. And they just keep doing that. And some of them aren't that pretty, just saying. And if I ever want to get sleep, I got to just, no, stop.
Renee mentions that we have the comments still up. Dreadlocks. This is a thing with dreadlocks. Dreadlocks are part of a journey, right? So when they're done with the journey, that's when the dreadlocks come off. And it's to let go. It's to let go, fresh start, do it all over again, right? That is something I have learned throughout the years. That's why I'm saying it's amazing if we look back at culture and hair. I didn't mean to make this all about hair, but hair is so
it's a good subject.
Hair is important.
It is, and now that I think about it, I haven't cut the length on my hair since I was with Shannon. And I was with her for 11, married. Well, no, it was more than that. It was quite a while. Anyway, I only got it cut twice during that time. When we got married, and then about halfway through. Otherwise, it just breaks off when I brush it, so I don't have to have it cut. But might be time to go in and get a trim.
I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was strange for me. It'd been 11 years since I had a haircut, and I took 11 years off. And I don't mean like a trim. Trim is completely different. I mean a cut.
Yeah.
I was telling Jesse, when I was pregnant with Dylan and I didn't know I was pregnant, I used to be bleach blonde with red streaks. And I was living in Hawaii, and I decided that I was going to be a smart ass and I was going to dye my hair black. And being pregnant, I didn't realize, I didn't know I was pregnant. But then all of a sudden, the hair dyes out of my hair and the chemicals are in my hair, and I have to go get all of my hair cut off.
Yeah.
That was emotionally damaging.
Understand that.
Sorry, I had to make sure the little
You're
one
fine.
had the baby.
You're fine. Babies are important.
He's such a big boy now. Yes, baby. Hi. Hey. And we are talking so much.
Nice.
Grandpa brought his work truck home.
The big
Yes.
truck.
Big truck. And it was truck, keys, tools.
Can I borrow the keys and the tools? You're starting young.
Well, we went out there, to say hi to Grandpa, and Grandpa's were doing some things on the truck. Oh, he was taking his job box out,
Okay.
and he had the crane going. And Osiris says, "Oh,
That's right. Thank you.
oh," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and I
Thank you,
opened up the
girl.
drawers, and he immediately starts taking the tools, and he goes, "Mine." He would not give Jesse back his pair of pliers.
Well, I guess we know what he's going to be doing for a living in the future.
Stealing Grandpa's tools. Yeah. And it's not tools, it's tools.
Tools.
Trucks and tools. Everything.
The way kids say words when they first start learning to talk can be hilarious. My son Brad, instead of trying to tell you he was hungry, hi honky. We'd be going through the store. Hi honky, and people would just look. He's saying hungry. Yeah, honky.
Yep. Abby to this day still calls tools toolers.
Toolers.
Yeah. I need to go get me some toolers to go fix this.
Well, that works.
Like, no, Abby. Is this what you want?
They'll learn.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yes.
Another interesting thing about the natives and the hair, a lot of different tribes would scalp their enemies.
Mhm.
Hello, take that hair.
Or shrinking of the heads.
Yes. Yeah, the tribes in Africa, South America, wherever they do that. Yeah.
Look, that is so cool on how they did that. They took hot sand. They would take the head off and they would fill it with hot sand
Really?
and put it on a stick and it would shrink. Yeah, there was a couple of other things, but the hot sand, and it would shrink their heads. And I got to see a shrunken head in Wichita at a museum that had facial hair. The hair was still on it, and it was cut and it was trimmed, and he still had the long hair. It was crazy. It was so crazy. And
That's crazy.
Abby's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's Mom. That's creeping me out. He's watching me. Fair play.
It makes you wonder how they figured that out.
Trial and error, like anything else.
Well, probably. I think we should make that head smaller. Well, how are we going to do it, Bob? I don't know. Let's try boiling it. Well, that didn't work. Let's pour hot sand in it. Okay.
I mean, they'd wear them as necklaces too.
Oh, that's creepy.
They'd wear them as necklaces, or they would hang them off of whatever they were wearing on the side as trophies of their kills. So then when, of course, new people came over, they were like, oh, that's really cool. And they started buying these heads. So then all of a sudden people went missing that shouldn't be missing. And, they found, there's a story where people landed, and they were going on this expedition and whatnot. And a couple of their members ended up missing. Well, they went to go buy shrunken heads, and it so happened to be their missing party's heads. Can you imagine? Like, oh, that's where Billy Bob went. Well, we found Joel.
Billy Bob, cool. I'm gonna take you home.
Yeah. Well, we got proof. We still have them.
We found Billy Bob.
But some of these heads go to be like this big.
That is crazy. That's not just shrinking the foot. That's shrinking the bone too.
No. They make cuts, right? They make cuts in specific areas to let go of the ligaments. I'm going to sound like a serial killer. Oh my God. I studied the human body. There's certain ligaments that you cut, and it's like skinning an animal. And then they would literally take it and peel it.
Oh, okay.
And then they would continue to nick the muscles that were holding on. So the only thing that they had was all of your skin, right?
I got you.
So yeah, and that's where
sand.
So then they would turn around, and that's when they'd fill it with the sand. They would sew the eyes and the mouth shut because they also didn't want to see and hear, right?
Right.
They trapped the sight and trapped the sound. And see, done for preventing the trapped spirit from seeking revenge and potentially benefiting the tribe. I was about ready to get to that. So then they would take and pour the hot sand, and they would just shrink it, shrink. So that's how they did it.
I kind of want to try it.
Like I'm
not gonna.
Like,
but, I mean, it'd be cool to watch it get. It's like a shrinky dink.
A shrinky-dink. Did you just say a shrinky-dink?
Shrinky dink. You don't know what a shrinky dink is?
Yes, I thought you said shrink your dink.
No, I do not want to shrink anybody's dink, especially my own.
Let me just pour some hot sand in it.
There's a reason why I have this ticker playing instead of our normal one. If you shrank my dink any more than it already has, you all can call me Turtle.
Can I use it as a pendulum? Like, I just wonder. Is that how we summon you after you die?
No, you would summon me with boobs. Oh God! Meanwhile, back at the ranch, somebody out there is giggling. I know if Lisa's still on. I know she's giggling.
Oh, I know Mark's probably looking at his junk going, oh my God, she would. I may look sweet, I may look innocent, but looks are deceiving.
Very. Something just popped in my head. I've always wondered why they called cursive writing cursive. And I was on TikTok just scrolling and listening, not watching, but listening. on the way home, and I reposted it. It was about words and the study of words and the understanding of the meaning of the base words, and etymology, I think is what it was called. And it was taught in schools, all schools up until about 1946. And all of a sudden, 1946, after the war, where they learned propaganda can do a lot, they quit teaching etymology everywhere, just like that. We've mentioned this before, the word spelling. Spell. You're casting a spell. You're using your words to cast a spell. But it actually mentioned cursive. Cursive. Writing. You're casting a curse. I didn't know that. I learned something today. And it went through a lot of other words. Government, mortgage. What was mortgage? I think it was Latin.
This is coming from your pocket.
But it was like slow death. The words meant slow death or something like that. And it's really interesting on the meaning of some of the words that we have. If you actually look at the meaning of the base words that are used to make that new word. Hey, Mish, how you doing? Good day.
I need to brag for a moment.
Do it.
So today, 2 years ago, was the first time that I got to hold this little man.
There you go. Heck yeah.
And I get to hold him still. He was so tiny. I am so proud of him. Talk about a survivor and a fighter. He was severely premature.
Yeah.
So he was a micro preemie. And here we are.
Today.
I'm so proud. Yeah. So miracles do happen.
Full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah. Keep the faith.
Absolutely.
So he's living proof. He's our little miracle baby.
Yes, he is. And he is a handful.
He is nonstop. So smart. And we had him a lot. Well, we still have him a lot. And I work with him so much. And Jesse works with him so much. And Abby works with him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That girl.
And a couple of days ago, he did something so funny. We were sitting at the table, and he sneezed. And since the day he's been born, he sneezes, and I say, "God bless the baby, because the baby blesses us." Amen. So he sneezed, and I started, and before I could say amen, he yelled, "Amen, Grandma."
That's awesome.
I was like, "Oh, that's my big boy."
That's awesome.
Yeah, made me smile. I was so proud of him.
I had my old boss at work. If he'd start sneezing, he sneezed twice. I'm like, one more, and I'm going to get my kit. And he's like, "What do you mean, kit?" My exorcism kit. You sneeze 3 times or more, you're getting an exorcism. So I actually had to kind of explain to him why. From that day on, only 2. He'd yell out, "Only 2."
So it was said that, oh God, I forgot where it is in the Bible, but it talks about Jesus when you sneeze.
Yeah.
You sneeze 3 times and everything is expelled. And you sneeze one more time, that's a troubled sign, basically. So, yeah.
And a lot of different groups around the world believe that when you were sneezing, that was an evil spirit escaping.
Is Grandpa home?
It ain't allergies. You had something in you that wasn't supposed to be in you, and your body's expelling that stuff. Just that's you saying.
Oh man, yeah.
And if you think about it, the sneeze kind of sounds like at you. So they're expelling it at you. She said, "God bless you."
No, it's tree spray.
Block it.
completely.
It's what?
Tree sperm.
That took me a minute. Tree sperm. Pollen.
It's airborne. It is. It's airborne sperm. Science will tell you that it is airborne sperm.
Now I'm glad that I sneeze and expel it out. I don't want. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going there. Not going there. Not going there.
You read my mouth, my mind before it came out of my mouth.
There was a lot of cucumber sperm in the air in my garden because I had a lot of cucumbers and they got pretty damn big. Just saying.
Back up. But yeah, no, negative energy. It's definitely the time to get rid of that negative energy. Anything that's weighing you down. And I know we keep saying that, but man, oh man, the negativity just keeps coming out of the woodwork.
It does, and that's like this weekend. You know, Saturday was a little off, but Sunday, yesterday, I couldn't keep it together. My temper was off the chart.
I know you got yourself all wet with the Gatorade.
Yeah, I was actually took a breath in Walmart, and it explained something to my roommate, and I didn't mean to, but I ended up scaring her, and I'm like, that was mild. That was me practicing my pause and actually thinking about the words that I want to put out. And she's like, I don't ever want to see you pissed off. But when I get upset, my tone changes, my face changes, and you know, at 5'6", 120, 125 pounds, I bounced the bar strip club for years, and I actually did pretty good. I bounced off the bar, I bounced off the stage, I bounced off the table. Like one night, I bounced off the ceiling. That's a joke. But you know, there was actually one night where my helper wasn't there, and I had to get 3 big bikers. I mean, they were 3 times my size out of the bar, and I did it mainly through attitude. But when we got outside, they started to throw hands, and they ended up in the back of their pickup, in the bed of their pickup. I will be nice until it's time to not be nice. And if I started getting really quiet, just give me some space. Back up. Stop talking.
Yeah.
If my facial expression changes as I get quiet, think about what you're saying. Think about how you're saying it, because I'm giving you a chance to correct yourself. And if I need to, I will just turn around and walk away without saying a word. That is what I prefer, other than some kind of altercation. Especially now. I don't like fighting. I don't like getting in fights. I don't like hurting anybody. And I will now walk away from a fight. I don't care what they call me. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't want to hurt anybody. Especially myself. I'm tired of broken hands and knuckles and all that other good stuff. But I'm not the same person I used to be. Back in high school, you looked at me wrong, I'd knock your head off. That was it. Now, you look at me wrong, okay. I'm going to give you a look back. And I'm going to say, hey, how you doing?
You know, I can understand that. When I was in high school, I was hot-headed. But I was the nicest person you'd ever meet. Just don't piss me off like 3 times a charm. third time's a charm, and we're gonna go. It's my grandson, and it's my little man. This
Yes.
is my pick, my hemorrhoid, my attachment. And he likes to snuggie at this time. So
Hi, guy.
you say hi.
Hi, guy.
Just wave and say hi. No.
Hi, guy. I'm being ornery.
He's smiling.
Vet girl, getting back to your question, what does it mean when you sneeze 7 times in a row? Well, either you had a lot of negativity in you that you needed to get out, or you had a lot of tree sperm in your nose that you needed to get out.
You think the nose is a filtration.
Mhm.
I mean, we find scents appalling, or we find them attractive, or it's part of our senses. But the negativity thing, back to that, I get it. I've caught myself to where I don't really let loose, but when I do, like last night I was rubbed wrong.
Yeah.
And there's only a few people that get the nasty side of me now. Like I try very hard not to blow my top at the people I'm angry with, right, or frustrated with, because it's not. I'm mean. I am a mean person
You
when I am pushed over to the edge. Yeah, me. I know. Strange, isn't it? And ever since I've had my well, you know what? Even before I had my hysterectomy and I was at 200% estrogen, I was nasty, but I still tried in public to put a smile on my face. I still tried to be that ray of sunshine. I really did. I tried. Behind closed doors, oh Lord, I'm surprised Jesse didn't end up in therapy. And I appreciate him because he knows I'm not yelling at him.
Yeah.
I'm yelling to him.
You're
I have
venting.
a level of frustration.
You're venting, letting it out. He's got his shield up in front of him, so it just kind of goes around.
Oh, he's got about 150 feet between us. Usually he's at the gate, I'm at the front door, and the whole neighborhood can hear. But I do. I get to the point where I blow and I lose my temper, and I have a hot temper, and I've noticed lately that red in my hair is coming through. That temper is really flaring, and I'm trying so hard not to let it control me.
Well,
But
and that is something that hit me yesterday. We got home from the store, and I had stuff I needed to do, but I just needed to sit. So I did. And I've been to you guys a bit. Thank you for that. But I got to thinking, back in the day before I got my help with all the paranormal and everything was still affecting me, how in the hell did I not turn into a serial killer? How did I not let that overtake me?
I'm sorry.
Did you quit rubbing?
Yeah, I quit.
But at the same time, it made me feel good because somehow I found the strength not to do what was going through here. And I'm not going to go into what used to go through here, because it would make today's serial killers look like child's play.
I just took off a shoe and dumped.
You what?
I just took off a shoe and just dumped a whole shoe full of sand all over.
Well, we were talking about sand earlier. He's trying to shrink his feet.
Oh my gosh. I just cleaned my room. No, I don't think I've never really been a negative mean person unless I'm
I did.
unless I'm pushed to that point, and certain people Did we bring the outdoors indoors?
Yes.
How much sand do you have packed all over you?
Just laugh at her. Just
Yeah.
laugh at her.
I
Just
hate
go.
to see that. You pack sand in your diaper too? Yeah. Oh, yeah. At
Well,
least we are honest.
What's that?
At least we are honest.
Yes. And speaking of being honest, it is 7:08, and we should probably hop off of here so Cindy has time to get into the studio and set her show up.
Yes.
So be sure and tune into that. Cindy Waghorn Show, and I'll be damned if I can remember the name. I got to make me a list. I have been saying for years I'm going to make a list of all the shows. Have I done it yet? No, I have not.
No, because you don't know how to pick up your pen. Somebody just told me that. Yes, and I have got to get this guy obviously in a bath because we're dirty.
You got dirty feet? You got dirty piggies?
Yep.
Are they stinky piggies?
Stinky patos.
Make grandma smell your stinky piggies. Oh!
Oh, there's that smile.
That's what I was after.
All right, Osiris, you tell everybody that we love them where they're at? No? Well, I will say it for us. I love everybody where they're at.
That right there. Including yourself.
That's right.
Including yourself. So thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry it was a short show. The technical difficulties were off the cuff. I apologize for being frustrated when I jumped on. I'm still kind of frustrated, but that's all right. I'll work it out. But yeah, I got a laptop to go through and figure out how in the hell my cat totally shut my microphone down.
It must have been one of the F's.
What's that?
It must be one of the F's.
Must be one of the F keys.
Weena does that to me. All right, you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Hopefully Renee will be back. She has some stuff going on tonight, but that's okay. And me and Joni will be back on next Monday to discuss what the is going on up there now. So you all have a good evening.